good, everybody? So today we're going to be doing how to fillet fish. This is the clean fish fillet fish. It's pretty simple, and I think everybody should know what to do if you go fishing. You want to try it sometimes. What you need is a fillet knife. This is just a normal kitchen knife right there. It's expensive kitchen knife. This is more for like meat, red meat and stuff like that. But it works good too for filleting. It's got a little bucket to put the meat in, and then a bag to dispose of the rest of it. So here you can see right here, the fish we got right here. This is a real big, this is like a good foot crappie right there. This is a small one. I just got this because, well, one fish isn't good enough, so I could show you guys both times. So what you want to do is you want to stab the fish right under here like this. Turn like this, and you just poke it a couple times. And when you see blood come out, that means it's good. It's not. It doesn't look gross. You don't see nothing. You just stab under the gill plate. The more blood comes out, that's better because it gets out of the meat. Okay, guys, so you could see the whole fish is dead. If it does move like that, that's just its nerves, because I have many animals doing this too. The thing is when it flops around, you need to make sure you don't get cut, because it might move a little bit. That's how fish are. Most people say like, oh, it's still alive, it's still alive. The fish is completely dead. I did many stinker times, and I killed like many stinker animals and butchered them. They always move, so what you just want to do is you want to go behind. See its dorsal fin? I think it's a dorsal fin. This fin. You want to cut on it. You want to cut behind it like this. Flop it open, and then cut at an angle. You don't want to cut like this. You want to cut like this. Cut up like this. If it still moves, it don't matter. See, I cut like this. You could tell it's dead, because if you cut like this, the fish will be flopping, and it ain't. So, I'll cut all the way down like this. See, when you feel a bone, you can see right there. Maybe in there a little bit, you can see a little bit of a bone. But you cut in. This is a nice stinking crappie right there. So what I do, after you make a mark, see that? It's not completely perpendicular with the fish. It's cut like this, at an angle like this. Because you don't, there's guts here and crap there. You don't want to cut all the way down, and you do it like this because there's meat next to its head. Just right like this, a slight angle. So then you want to turn around the fish. It might move a little bit, but I just don't want to get cut. And what you want to do is you want to cut across the backbone. Now it's moving, but that's how it is. Just want to cut right like this. Across here, don't cut down here and cut around this. You want to cut before it, see, on top of it. You don't want to cut this and have this on there. You want to cut along the backbone. If you feel a bone, that's a pintail bone. Then when you feel it, you could push it all the way through. Then cut. There you go. And you have a fillet. Because the meat, how it's moving, is it's just using the meat to move, the muscle. Some fish live longer. That's why I get smaller fish, because they don't keep flopping around that much, because you can have a bass and put it in here for last hours with no water. Watch, this is the hardest part. What you want to do is you want to, after you cut down here, then you want to peel it up. You want to cut like this. You want to cut it off the meat, and there's still pin bones right there. What you want to do is you want to cut those pin bones out. Then I recommend cutting in here, because you don't want to have any belly fat coming out or any gross stuff. So there you go, that's one fillet. But as you can see, it's pretty clean. These are all bones. Listen to that. Wait, watch. You can tell that is all meat. And this is all solid meat. So there's a little bit there that I missed right there. And so yeah, this fish can't flop anymore. It has no meat anymore. With some meat, you could feel it move sometimes. Like I had it with a rabbit one time. But what you want to do is grab over here. You might not be able to get all this little bit. If you keep it on, I should have kept it on. Cut down here like an inch, just like this. And then turn it over and cut like this, like an angle like this. Don't cut like this, because it's not going to go. Let me know if you want to cut down angle and then push like this. So now watch. Now see, you have a notch right there to hold your finger. Make sure you don't get your hand cut right there. Then you just want to fillet it. Like that. And as you can see, there's no meat on there. This is all the meat. This is solid meat. Some people just cut the head off, take the guts out. I did it before, but there's a lot of pin bones. You see, that's all solid meat right there. Now let's just flip this fish around. I like poking it over here, but it's hard to hold these fish. Really hard to hold. There you go. Alright, now you want to do the same thing on this side. As I said, I'm going to do it a little quicker now. Show you guys how to do it. As you can see, the scales can really dull a knife because there are scales. And then you want to turn. You want to cut like the back strap. You ever killed deer? It's a back strap. Just want to cut along here like this. Keep following the whole knife with the camera. Fall like this, and then you would feel no bones. Keep poking like this. When you feel no bones, then push it through, and then keep cutting down like this. Now you see all that meat. Then what you want to do is you want to cut the meat like this, and then there's going to be a rib cage. So what you want to do is you want to keep cutting up like this over the rib cage. A little bit of pin bones up there. So what we want to do is you could feel where the pin bones are. It's hard to get all the pin bones out, so if there is pin bones, then you could just try to get that out. There are a set of pin bones on the fish, or most fish anyway. Okay, that's a good amount of meat. I might have missed that. That's just belly fat usually. As you can see, now what you want to do is you want to come down here, cut it, kind of like this. Same thing as we did before. Make sure you have a good grip, because this stuff will fly on the floor. That's why I'd rather have one of those boards that have a clip on there. I might show you guys. I have Amazon or something. I could show you guys. So you can buy it. There you go. You can see that's all clean. That's all solid meat. So you don't get that much meat for one crappie. There's a big crappie right there. There are some meat there and some meat there. I wouldn't really worry about that, because, well, you don't want to keep fussing with this meat. You're not going to get that much anyway. So just take this fish and put it in. Take these scales, put that in there, and then take the fish, put that in the bag. So you just want a disposable bag. That's what I do with most skinning animals. So just want to get a disposable bag, put all that fish in. I'm going to get this fish done, and then I'll show you guys how to cook it. Shut up. You guys are back in the kitchen. We're going to cook up with this cornmeal. I have 1 egg. The fish right here, it's not that much. We've only like 2 fish. And some butter. So what you want to do first is cut out about a nice chunk of butter, about an inch, ½ inch of butter. I'll put it in this cast iron pan right here. Cook it on medium, or just keep it on low for now, because you have to deal with everything else. You just want this to slowly melt, so keep it on low for now. Depends on how quick you get this stuff done. So what I'm going to do is get this out of the water, kind of dry it off on this thing, just to hold on there. And you just want to, just like that, okay. So now what you want to do is you want to put it in an egg. What you're going to do is you have like one of these, a plate, crack your egg in there, crack it a little bit, and then you just want to stir it in there. Okay, that's good. Okay, now you just want to get your eggs, dip them in there both sides. I'm going to spread out this cornmeal a little bit. This is just cornmeal. You can use flour and cornmeal, or just flour, but I recommend always put an egg wash. If you like eggs, maybe some buttermilk and eggs, or just eggs and milk mixed together. See your piece is already full covered, then just throw it on there. Then we'll do the rest of these guys. Should be any bones in there. You just want to turn it and coat both sides. These have no bones there. You could feel for bones if you want, and you can cut them out if you want. Then here, I'll put them in there. And see, we just got this. And then put them into the cornmeal. First what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some cornmeal there. Cornmeal on there. Put some more cornmeal. Here you go. Now you can see that's all baked cornmeal in there. Put that in there, then we'll season it. Now what you want to do is this last piece. Just gonna cover in this. Make sure you rinse off. You don't want like chunks of eggs cooked in there. There's not very many cornmeal we have in here. Okay, there you go. All right, that one's covered in flour. The other one's gonna have cornmeal. So okay, now this butter is heated up. See, that's why I keep it on low, because it'll take a while to do this stuff. All right, now we're gonna add some garlic powder. Make sure you see that. Salt, paprika, maybe a little bit of pepper. So come back over here and I'll season it for you guys. So you just want to drizzle just a little bit, because pepper is pretty peppery. You don't want to get too peppery. Paprika tastes really good with any type of fish, or mostly with red meat, but it's good to do it on anything. Just lightly season it. It's not very strong, so you can season as much as you want. Then you just want to salt it. You could salt it afterwards if you like. This is what I rather do. Then we'll just flip it around. Salt the other side. You don't need to season with all the seasoning because there's enough pepper for both sides. So you just season one side with pepper and the rest with whatever else you like. Get over there. Okay guys, I'm gonna put this in there. There you go. So nice. This one is gonna have the flour, and the other one's gonna have cornmeal on there because I didn't have enough cornmeal. There you go. We're gonna turn this up back to medium low, so it starts smoking a lot. Then range right here, and we're turn on to high fan speed. We're gonna let it cook there for about, I'm gonna say a minute or something. You can see the sides are starting to turn white on there. It looks really good with the cornmeal, so it should come out really good. With salt and seasoning while it's on here, but that's gonna find the way it is. I usually like putting garlic powder on fish, but it has a little bit too pungent garlic powder, so use a little bit of this stuff. Garlic powder is really strong, so I use a little bit. It's only about a little bit. I'm gonna say like 1 tablespoon of butter or something. Just put it in there. You can move it around a little bit so that it gets all around there. See, the butter is starting to get black. So these things should be good. I might flip them and see what happens. So make sure you get hit with grease. Cool. That's pretty good. They're holding together nicely because the structure of the cornmeal. Flour doesn't work that good. Because if you add flour, you should double dip it. Like what I do is I put it in the eggs, flour, and then, flour, eggs, flour. That's when I do. Or just add cornmeal once, and it should be good. See, there's a lot of smoke coming out, so I'm gonna turn this down to low, and then I'm just gonna link. You don't want it to be burnt, just crisp. As you can see, that's almost done right there. If you look in there, you can see that. I'm just gonna cut this right now. That's good, just about good. That's a little bit underdone. You want it nice white, all the way through white, and not like a see-through color. It's flaking apart right there. When I move it on there, you can see that like flakes apart right there. That's how you know it's good, and you gotta make sure it's all the way full white into there. You can zoom into there. This one's the flour, these ones the cornmeal. Put these all on one plate. Get a little bit of season after you're done. Just a little bit on the plate. Try a little piece right here, guys. You can see. It's salty. Cornmeal adds a good taste, but I recommend adding flour and cornmeal. It's like a hush puppy a little bit. I don't know, whatever. Okay, guys, so that's how you cook and fry. I didn't do the ketchup part because, well, I didn't want to record it. It's complicated to record and fish at the same time. So I did the cleaning part and the cooking part. I told you guys how to do this, so if you ever guys go fishing, then we'll show you how to clean it and how to catch it. So next time you go fishing, try out this recipe, guys. See you next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.